Today, going to open some more packs, of course. This is not part of the regular RIP series, but just kind of a in-between days. Just wanted to open stuff, get some more high-grade stuff to set aside and maybe get graded down the road. So we're going to go 84 rack, and then 81, and then 84, and then 81. 2 or 3 videos ago, I went through a rack case of 84s and was looking for stars showing front and back, and so that video is up. A little disappointing. Fewer stars showing than what you would guess based on that many rack packs from a sealed case. So that's probably why sometimes when there's stars showing that the packs sell for premium. But I was excited. One of them had Darryl Strawberry on the back, but it was split. So it's not really, I mean, as an investment, it's not worth saving, and I couldn't resell it or couldn't sell it with the split like that because somebody's going to be like, you know what, that's tampered. So I'm just going to open it as part of these 4. And then also what I forgot, as part of the series, on day 13, I forgot to show you what day 14 is. So if you're curious, 78, I think. I've had this for 10 years probably. It'll probably be, yeah, I think it'll be the oldest football pack I've ever opened. The oldest before that was I opened a 79 rack once. I think I did it on video. Not sure. 78. So this is going to be day 14 going for, is it Tony Dorsett. Took me a minute. I know 76 is Peyton, 77 is Largent, 78 is Dorsett. So going for Dorsett, or, you know, high-grade Walter Payton, or, you know, high-grade Terry Bradshaw. Lots of good, you know, second-year Largent, third, you know, it's a fourth year of, would it be, fourth year Theismann. So, so that's going to be on day 14 in a few days, few days. Today's the 8th. I don't know when I'll post this, but, you know, I'm always late doing that. But the next rip will be, hopefully, happen on the 11th. So that's the next day that I forgot to show you guys. So that's another part of the rip series of, yeah, it's not, you know, it maybe it's like a $70 pack. Not quite sure, but it's something I've never opened, and I thought something that would be really awesome as part of this series. So let's get into these. So we'll start with the 84, and tons of stands, because I mean, with some of these, I mean, there's, you know, sometimes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stand worthy cards. So especially, like I said, with like the 84s, there's so many. You get the all-star version of a Hall of Famer. You can get the team leaders, the league leaders, the current active leaders. There's so many other. I think in 84 Topps, you can get, I think it's 7 different cards that have Steve Carlton on it. So pretty cool. So that's what we're looking for. So could be using tons of stands, and people getting kicked off of stands if they are deemed unworthy of somebody later on in the rip that is better, or that I like better. So I'm just going to cut all these for this rack first. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to, you know, I have to wait for a special to get these things graded. So it'd be either, yeah, another 80s special, or another, you know, right now they have a modern baseball, I think 93 and newer special at PSA, but I need something 93 and older, like, you know, 53 to 93 or something like that. So, all right. So we know who's on the back here. Let's see the condition of it. Is it centered? So Strawberry Rookie. Off center to the right, but I guess I should hold it closer so you guys can be judge of that, right? So both these 84 packs are ones that I pulled out of that case. Strawberry, I mean, so far he's, well, we'll put him kind of centered up because it's a key card to look at right there. All right, now we're going to go through the rest of this cell. Let's see if I can do it so we're, oops, well, that's the back card. We knew Tanana. I'm showing everything. Tanana was on the back, so I'm going to do this, man. We already knew what was on back of this. Everything after Beckwith is a surprise. So let's see what we get. Beckwith. Just kidding. Doesn't get a stand. Sorry, Joe. That's, I mean, it's nicely centered. I mean, commons of 84, tops and 10s are still, you know, they're probably not even out of the teens of dollars yet. But what's insane, so if you've seen recently, like a PSA 10 of a Nolan Ryan, I mean, 84 tops, I don't consider as like so old that 10s would be worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But like a 10 of a Nolan Ryan just sold for what, $400, $500? I mean, it's hard to pull 10s, even fresh out of a nice rack pack. You know, I don't consider, I don't give my opinion. I try not to. I don't think I do give my opinion much, but I don't consider 84 tops junk wax. I actually don't consider 85 tops junk wax. To me, it was 86, 87. I mean, 86 tops, there's just nothing hugely desirable in it. But of course, with the black borders now, some of like, there's a 10 of a Sandberg sold for 4 figures just because of it's hard on 86 tops. But I consider junk wax basically 86, 87, 88 and on up. Because like 85, there's still, I don't consider it junk because you open any of the 85 products, there's key rookies in all 3 brands, Fleer, Donruss, and tops. You got Clemens and Puckett and Gooden, and in tops you have the McGuire. So it's, you know, and some others that are pretty decent rookies like Hershiser and you know, Mark Langston and things like that. So, yeah, so how'd I get on that topic? Oh, yeah, that 84 tops. It just shocks me that top condition PSA 10s of Hall of Famers, but you can see it's hard to get 10s. It really is. Maybe that's why the value's going up, because even a Pack Fresh 84, look, this Winfield is off center just like the Strawberry. So far, 1 Hall of Famer. That's cool. Greg Brock, I was high on this guy. I don't know why. Oh, because he was hyped because he took over first base when they got rid of Garvey. That's why. Tim Stoddard. Yes, I don't fly through the cards, so I'm going to be looking at each of these. Just kind of, I mean, I'll look closer at, you know, see if any are. I'm not going to grade any of these commons yet. I sleeve up the better ones and kind of set them separate, the ones that to me look like they would have a shot at a 10. But so far, everything's either off center up or to the right or both. Andujar, remember that when the A's got him, that was a big thing, and he really did not carry the team, at least 85, 86. But then they got Jose and Mac, and it went from there. Luis Leal. And then here's the backs, if you're curious. Very sharp. The blue coming out of a pack like this, super sharp. It's hard to believe these are 40 years old now. Man. So it was the first year I bought a ton of tops. I mean, I probably bought, you know, maybe 200 or 300 cards, 400 cards worth in packs, and 83 of tops. 83, I was all about Fleer. Still, just like 82. But then 84. Coincidentally, the first complete set I ever had was 84 Fleer that I put together that summer. And I think it was Bob Walk was the last one I needed to complete my 84 Fleer set. Still have it in the original Pac-Man binder. I think I've shown it before on the channel. Billy Sample. Hostetler. There we go, another Hall of Famer. You know, it's looking like there's like crunches on this corner here. It's the reflection off of that stand. I keep looking, oh man, the Palmer's thrashed. Nope, it's just a reflection. Again, off center up, but it's okay. We get another Hall of Famer. Poole and Kruko. All right, this cell, which we saw the bottom. This was on the bottom. I pulled it front. Tanana. And the Wilcox was on top. And Moses. I need to know the inside info why on Junk Wax Cell, he goes, man, he's the boss. He's the boss. John Moses is the boss, and Moses always gets a stand. So somebody want to put in the comments, I just started watching Junk Wax Sal last maybe a year and a half, so I missed some of the early years of why. Say, Jaeger, Schramm. A lot of Dodgers coming out. Dodgers and former Dodgers. Guerrero. Ojeda. Murray. Grich. There we go. A little better center. Just a hair to the right. It's going to be a longer video, so grab a seat. Barfield. Hernandez. Yeah, after. So I know, let's see, he was wasn't he the closer for the 84 Tigers? So he must have just spent the 1 year in Philly. Jeff Jones, way off center to the bottom. Tippy, wearing a hat. Orozco. Dreesen and Shiver. Okay, last cell. Simmons, now a Hall of Famer. As of, what was it, last year? He's not going to get a stand, but we'll put him there. Just because these glossy All-Stars just do not have a lot of value. I don't know why. Lacoste. Almost miscut on the Lacoste. Bob James. Oh, we forgot to pull the back to the front to surprise ourselves of what's left. So everything else will be a mystery. Steve Nicosia. Mariners leaders. Putnam and Young. It's not a hefty batting average to be leading your team. Checklist. Decent shape. There we go. See? An all-star of the Mike Schmidt gives you, an extra chance at one of his cards. Or, it's off-centered at the bottom a little bit, but still. So what do we got? 3 Hall of Famers out of this pack. 4, if you want to count Teddy there. Craig Reynolds. A lot of these are almost coming out miscut downward. Montefusco. Lonnie Smith and Stupor. There we go. That's how you lead a team. 321 average. Another checklist. Oh, come on. Did we at least get different series? Where is it? I mean, not that it matters really, but so we got to 396 and then to 660 and to 792. Okay, all right. At least we got different checklists. That's funny. Bruce Bochy. This is when people see Bruce Bochy, the Mariners and A's first baseman from the 80s, they think it's Bruce Bochy, but there's 2 different people. Bruce Bochy was a first baseman. Bruce Bochy, this is the guy who won the 3 World Series with the Giants, and didn't he win another one with somebody else, the Astros? But anyways, people talk of him potentially being a Hall of Fame manager. or getting into the Hall because of his managing. Glenn Abbott. Brennan. Hey, there we go. This guy will be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Rose, Dale Murphy, Steve Garvey, Dave Parker. I mean, those guys were just, when you're watching in the 80s, I mean, those guys were just, they're huge. Okay, so Dale Murphy All-Star. What do we got here? Jeff Leonard and Hitmaker. Mike Ramsey. Oh, I thought we had a Ricky. Kruger and Ramsey. All right, not a bad pack. It was mainly just to get that Strawberry rescued out of there because the pack was ripped. The pack was split. So, maybe. I mean, looking at corners, everything's sharp on it. Centering, maybe an 8. I think at most it gets an 8. I don't think it has. Usually has to have better centering for them to give it an 8.5. I doubt it has a chance at a 9. So, pretty cool. Now we're going to do an 81. And the great thing with these racks is no gum. So we're going to pull the back card front so I don't forget to do it later. Just like I said, the reason I'm doing this is because we know the front, we know the back, and we don't know what's inside. So we pull that way. I like doing that, so everything's a surprise. So everything else other than these top 2 cards is a surprise. All right, so which one's kind of centered up so we can block who's next. So we already know we got the bottom and the top here. Garland and Keogh, very sharp cards, but off center, that's okay. Rudy May, off center, almost miscut. These are the backs of 81 tops. Rudy May had a long career. Rick Bassetti. Steve Henderson. Fred Lynn. I love Fred Lynn cards. Man, that's off center. Miscut, basically. Both ways. Stapleton. There we go, Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. So out of the first pack, we got 3 Hall of Famers. Should be, and then a white powder substance derailed his Hall of Fame trajectory. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. It's just sad. Winfield, a little off center, but that's okay. Bobby Bonds, pre-haircut. I don't know if he got a haircut, but this guy had great numbers too. If you really look at his career numbers, how many hits, home runs, RBIs, stolen bases. It was the power and the speed that, of course, his son got too. Or did both, Ted Simmons, man, these are miscut. But it's a Hall of Famer, so we're going to put him up there. Ken Forsch. Hoffman. Honeycutt. Awesome left-handed relief specialist with the A's during their playoff runs in the late 80s. Garvey. I love Garvey cards. Come on, get him into the Hall. Still have his jersey back there hanging off one of the video games that I picked up at the Nashville show. It's a bummer. That's so... we're going to put on a stand because I love that card. Caldwell, Dempsey, Youngblood. All miscut the same way. It's all right. Still, I'm having fun opening this stuff, and we're not even halfway through. So we have the potential to turn things around. All right, let's see. Well, this cell's kind of centered up. So Allen was on the back. Cerrone. Bergmeyer. There we go. A little better centering. Just up this time. Somebody bumped the machine. The cutting machine. Hector Cruz. There we go. And not horrible centering, you know, maybe offhand, just quick glance, 7. That's my quick guess on this. There we go. It's a beautiful card there. Go, Johnny, go. Let's get some more stands at the ready because we are filling up quick back here. I keep slightly bumping the camera. Okay, if I knock over the camera, here, this will be from, this is from the last rip. We'll give away that, okay? If I knock over the camera, somebody's getting this. That's the knock over the camera penalty. Now everybody's rooting for the camera more than they are for the cards. Dwayne Murphy. Stargell, there we go, beautiful. All right. I mean, yeah, off center, but not as bad as some of these have been coming out. There we go, another Hall of Famer. Except Morris will put him towards the back a little bit. Not a top tier Hall of Famer. Tom Paquette. Chris Spire. Reggie Smith. Rich Dower. Jim Clancy. Rance. Forsch. Verizer. All right, this was on the back. This was on the front. Hoskin Powell and Jamie Quirk. Ooh, Jamie took a... Sometimes on the first card of a rack pack, you'll see these on like 79, 80, 81, 82s. They got just a... I don't know what the... Maybe when they... That machine made that sound, just like I did, and packaged it up. Nino Espinoza. He's got the Barry Bonds hair going, or Bobby Bonds hair going there. Darryl Porter. Sad story with just in and out of rehab, and eventually the drugs killed him. There's a centered one. Look at that. Mike Phillips. Why couldn't you have been a Hall of Famer, Mike? Royals. There we go. Centering is a little better here. Patini. I don't know what it is about this picture. I don't know if it's just because the lower half of his mouth just doesn't exist. I don't know if it's just, poor guy's disproportionate. Andy Hassler. Rusty. Where the red fern grows. Dodgers. Lum. Ferguson. Buddy. This guy always had dark glasses like that in his on his cards. It reminds me there's a neighborhood kid. Oh, am I allowed to say full names? I mean, it's a common name. David Wheeler. Poor guy, we'd call him David Wee Wee. I told you we were not mature 9 and 10-year-olds. If we were, there would have been something wrong with us. But David Wee Wee had glasses like that. And Sakata. Well, that wasn't the greatest of 81 racks. What did we get? We got 5 Hall of Famers, and it should be. So I guess it's the centering that made it seem not so good. I mean, everything was off center, and only like 3 of them were not severely, but it's okay. All right, let's get into this one now. All right, I bumped the camera. It's a camera knockover that gets you that 58 Topps card, so. All right, back to the front, right? Renicky. Renicky was on the back. Okay, if you watch Junk Wax Sal, you'll know why I'm laughing. I guess I watch him a lot, or he just makes a lot of things, a lot of comments and things on his channel that you just remember, and then when you see the same card, you're like, you start cracking up. All right. There we go. That's cool. Hall of Famer on the back, but took a machine shot there, but still. Fisk on the leader's card. All right, so everybody's been already pulled front, so we'll start with this one. Which one's kind of blocking what's coming? Let's do this. So Yaz, put him with Ted there. Well, if there's a ton of leader cards in that first cell, which they tend to, with the cut sheets, how they do it, that if you get we'll probably get multiple leader cards, so hopefully we get something with another Hall of Famer on it. Like this one, this is Fergie. It's kind of a little messed up on the bottom there, but now we're going to have to start piling people down below because we are running out of stands because we got some good cards. It's not a bad problem. Let's add some stands. Sorry, taking up time with my own logistics, but there we go. Okay. Where were we? On this cell. Well, now they flipped upside down. Steve Trout. Mario Ramirez. Ellis Valentine. On his 82 Fleer card, I remember he looks like Richard Pryor. He is the spitting image of Richard Pryor on his 82 Fleer card. And I'm like, just couldn't get over that. You know, I was 10 years old, and it's like, yeah, I knew who Richard Pryor was when I was 10 years old, and just, you know, I loved his movies and all that. And, but this guy, he's gained some weight since then, but 82 Fleer, if you look at that card or have that card, you know what I'm talking about. He's on the Expos, and he's kind of just walking through the infield, and he looks like Richard Pryor. Spitting image. All right, Vern Rule. There we go. Here's one of those where I said, you know, you get some active leaders where you get 2 Hall of Famers, and he will be 2. I mean, I don't think that's going out on a limb much. I mean, he did have a lot of wins, pitched, you know, 20-something years, and his significance to the game. To me, that means Hall of Famer. Dennis Leonard. Pat Tabler, and another Winfield. Hey, we got him and his All-Star, so maybe we should put him with him. There. Nixon. Milt May. Frank Howard. Oh, this is a cool card back then. It's a bummer it's off center, but it's going to be on a stand. Just cool. Roden. And last few. Gross and not Gross. 2 Hall of Famers on this one. That's cool. And Scurry. All right. Oop, well, I don't know why I picked it up to see the bottom. Rick Camp. Randy. Ron. Wackenfuss. I think he just passed away. Sad. Alan Ashby. Gary Ward. Cool. Gosh, and that's centered. I mean, maybe, is it slightly to the a hair to the right? Oh, that is beautiful. Maybe a hair, but still, I mean, something like this in a 9, if not now, maybe soon, is worth grading. I mean, gosh, beautiful. I mean, I think I saw a 9 recently on those auction results sell for, I don't know, 26 bucks or something. I mean, that's still cool to have something like that slab. That is a cool card. Awesome. Third year Ripken. Zahn. Bell. Frank Robinson. Oh, Frank deserves a stand too. Wilcox. Beatty. Boa. And we got Price. UL. Sconiers. And another Hall of Famer. Good old Phil. All right. So we got a decent stack of, what we're working on, over a dozen, 15, approaching 20 Hall of Famers and superstars. We got Renicky. Didn't we already get a Renicky? Did we get his brother? That's cool. Funny, cool that we got. Yeah, so this one was on top, and they are brothers. And this one was on the back of the last cell. So we got Gary and Ron. That's kind of cool. Brentley. Boone. Tony Phillips. Randolph. Tellman. Trying to block who's next. I want to be surprised too. Forsch. Richard. Concepcion. Norris. Hall of Famer. Havens. His buddy. Hall of Famer. Go get it, I can't reach that. It's in the second deck. Beckwith. Dusty. That's cool. Or funny. Another Dave. This one's a little better centered. Still up a little bit, but that there. It's the Winfield rip today. We got 3 of them so far. Brock and Stoddard and Doran. Okay. Decent rack. Got the cowl out of that one. That one was the beautiful hit. That's a very nice cowl we got out of this. All right, last pack of the day. So I'm gonna do again. You know what's on top. Oh, Hall of Famer on top. That's cheating. It's a leader's card, so they just said for some reason they just don't have the value. All right, I'm gonna pull bottom front as we get to each cell, if I remember. Ooh, Carew is on the bottom of this? What am I doing? What am I doing? God, what am I like overlooking now? I think I knew this was on there, but I don't know. Just guess I wanted to open it that badly, huh? Carew. Kuzman. Matula. Dotson. Jeff Jones again. I think we got him in an 84. That was very miscut. Sanderson. Cowens. They're all a little off center, but still fun rip. I mean, these cards are now 43 years old. Yeesh. That's a long time. Rick Miller. Joe Strain. Joe Rudy. Bump Wills. Man, I don't remember that picture. Call that like on the channel The Past is Alive. That's like a Mandela effect. I do not. I've opened a ton of 81 tops. I do not remember that picture. That's crazy. Lonnie Smith. Bob Davis. Bob Lacey. Ron Hasse and Mike Davis. That was a little dud of a sell. Okay. Strikeout leaders. Put that right there. You can't see it there. Let's put it. Can you see it there? Mike Williams. Brewers. Ayala. Bergman. Ooh. Hurston Nichols had decent. Played a few years. Mark Littell. Rangers. Roy Lee. Larry Harlow. There we go, some Hall of Famer and fingers. Milt Wilcox. Reds. I don't think I remember to pull the back to the front, so the back is, we already know, like, not a big deal, but Flannery, Law, and Ase. All right, let's do it on this one so everything's a surprise in the middle, right? There, who was on the back? Carlton was on the back? So I opened a pack with Carlton and Carew and Carlton show. What? Oh, well, who knows? I don't know what I'm doing sometimes, but that's okay. It's fun to open these. There. All right. Dennis Leonard. Looking like John Voight in Runaway Train. Rick Cerone. Frank Pastore. There. Hall of Famer Fisk. You want to borrow Paul there? Hang out with Paul. Flynn. Stargell. Didn't we get one of these? Yes, we did. Back here. Anna Morris. Boy, we're in the same pattern now. So Stargell. Morris. I didn't even look at the condition. A little off center. Oh my man. Carter. Okay. DeCinces. Dower. Clancy. Tion. Bake. Steve Stone. Dwayne Murphy again. I think we got him in an 84. And Kern. All right, that is a array Hall of Famers and cool cards. So, pretty good rip. 4 rack packs, and we probably got 20 Hall of Famers, a few future Hall of Famers, and that Strawberry rookie back there. I think the favorite or best card, I'm going to say this Ripken. It was just out of all the Hall of Famers, that was the sharpest card right there, the Ripken. And probably most valuable in this rip. I mean, maybe the strawberry's a close second, but yeah, this was fun. Thanks for watching.